$3. First four, $67,370.70, and the winning trainer Les Bridge. So 8, 13, 11 and 9. That is the latest in news on Randwick, and just the winning time to be confirmed. First four, we do have a part jackpot in place. After this, we are heading off trackside to Cheltenham as the runners head out. Oliver Beer at $3.10. Brickland's Brother, they all remain at similar quotes. Money Easy Landing and Dimness have firmed, and no other changes outside of those. As they head out at Cheltenham, after that, Caulfield, shortly runners will be in the mounting yard. Pennywort is the one which tops the ratings from the John Hawkes yard, ahead of Yammer, Prolific, Lord Ardsley. 8 on top from 2, 9 and 12. Let's go back trackside. Miss Zoe on her home track makes it her first home track win, Joe.
Indeed, and it was a strong win too, Les Bridge.
Yeah, she deserved that. She's been placed in about 6 group races now, and it wasn't out of a turn.
She ran a bottler last start in the Queen of the Turf.
Yeah, she did, and I was pretty confident today. Just a little bit of luck, and I knew she'd be right there.
Pushes her earnings up to near the $500,000 mark now.
Yes, that's right. I bought her for $15,000, so she's been a good buy.
She certainly has. Congratulations, Les.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay. Les Bridge all smiles after Miss Zoe romps it in to win this afternoon's Emancipation Stakes.
And Joe, that paves the way for the first of 3 Group 1s as the AJC Autumn Carnival hits a high note on its final day. The Moet and Shandon Champagne Stakes Group 1, third leg of the 2-year-old Triple Crown. As she returns, she's been a marvellous mare. Miss Zoe is her name. She's by Zophany. She cost $15,000 to purchase, and her prize earnings go soaring up, courtesy of that extra $130,000. Her earnings now are beyond $550,000 or $549,000, courtesy of that win today. 540-odd thousand is her prize earnings. She's been consistent today. She makes it a big-time Group 2 win. Enormous value for her black type.
And up. Here's Donny going in. Where's the fluoro yellow colours? They're set to go. Light flashes and they're away, and Pennywort jumped fast on the inside. Captivator Yammer got away well. So did Party Boy heading up in the early stages, and Lord Ardsley began quickly as well. As they settle into stride now, and it's Pennywort finding the lead out by a couple of lengths, and there's good pace in the race early. Lord Ardsley second, Party Boy working its outside. 2 Captivator settling down fourth, a length and a half to Donny Brasco fifth. 2 lengths Majestic Avenue, and then Wellington a couple of lengths to Yammer. He'll be happy with this pace on. 2 lengths further back in the field is Tubarak, and they're being trailed a long way back. Prolific, Mr. Touchwood and Chasseurs last of all. At the 1100 metres along the back, and Pennywort out in front by Nick Party Boy. 2 to Lord Ardsley. Captivator fourth the outside. 2 Donny Brasco as the pace is slackened a bit by the 1000 metres. He's followed by Wellington. A length and a half Majestic Avenue, and then Yammer the outside. A touch worse in midfield. Trailed by Tubarak, Mr. Touchwood, Prolific and Chasseurs last of all. Up the side at the 800, and Pennywort tries to do it all. Led by 2 lengths Party Boy, 2 lengths Lord Ardsley. Captivator the outside. 3 lengths Donny Brasco, 1 to Wellington. A length and a half Majestic Avenue. Yammer around it with Tubarak. 2 behind these Mr. Touchwood, and then Prolific and Chasseur is last of all. They've got 550 to go. And Pennywort by 2 lengths. Party Boy under pressure second. Lord Ardsley likewise making ground on the inside, and then Captivator. 2 lengths back behind these horses. Donny Brasco, Majestic Avenue, and Yammer getting to the outside as they cornered from Tubarak the deepest. Pennywort led round the turn. Lord Ardsley the first to give chase from Captivator on the outside, and now Yammer starting to wind up from Tubarak, and Majestic Avenue trying to get clear, but he's pocketed. It's Lord Ardsley taking a slender lead. Here's Captivator, Yammer, and Wellington coming down the outside. Lord Ardsley in front. Yammer's digging deep and driving to the line hard now. Yammer's grabbed the lead, and Yammer wins it by about 3/4 of a length to Wellington at big odds, getting up for second. I'd say to Lord Ardsley third. Pennywort over on the inside, and then Captivator a break to Tubarak. Trailed further back by Donny Brasco, Chasseur. Majestic Avenue got held up in the straight. Trailed by Party Boy, and then Mr. Touchwood and Prolific dropping out to run last. He just knew where the line was. He lifted in the last 100 metres or so, Yammer. Stephen King, 58 kilos. Good performance to win. Relishing the conditions. Wellington to get second. He'll pay $21.90 for the place. Yammer 330 and 160, and Lord Ardsley into third place. I think it was about $1.60 there. 2:15 and 12. 2:15 and 12 official, with Captivator fourth after riding the speed all of the way. Their official 2:15 and 12, and the time is posted at 1:51.92. 1:51.92.
And New South Wales interims are through, just awaiting Super Tab and Unitab. The head-on will show the Tony Noonan colours. Could be a big afternoon, as mentioned, for Tony. Interstate with Al Bulbar going around in the Derby at Ascot. First four will pay $9,000 in New South Wales, $944.10. Number one in fourth position, which is Captivator. Greg Miles calling the action at Caulfield this afternoon as we watch the head-on run through. Stephen King, the winning rider. Okay, as the runners head out at Eagle Farm, interesting race this one. A couple of key chances here as we return to Larry Olsen. Larry, you're late mail in this race. Which way have you gone?
Brendan, well, I still have him too. Wishart is a special this morning. He looks terrific in the enclosure.
As we count down to the running of the first of three Group 1s this afternoon on Sky, they'll shortly be called forward from this start point, which saw Sunline go on to register that historic win 2 weeks back. So soon these runners will be called forward. Now, Caulfield, just checking ahead if you're making investments on the upcoming sixth race. Ratings looking this way. On top, Crixia, ahead of Suit, Centrefire and Blue Danzig. 9 from 248. Market, just the key one, Centrefire. Brad Pengelly at his first Melbourne outing, looking to ride Centrefire for Ross Milligan to victory. Second elect on page 1 is either Mastic and then Blue Danzig. The other key ones, Crixia and Will He Be, Neville Wilson's mount. Longer odds for Chief in Charge. This race at Randwick brought to you by Chefs on the Run. The team hoping to find you a winner if you're out looking for your new racehorse. That's the scene behind the start. They'll shortly be called forward. Group 1 is what's up for grabs. Plenty of prize money, plenty of prestige. Here's Ian Craig.
And they're about to move in for this prestigious race. And the favourite on New South Wales, Tab Limited, number 6 Victory Vane, 2:41.60. In front of number 2 at 3:32.10, that's Schwazia. No pads under the plates today. 4:32.31 Pillaging, 7:42.50 for 4 Half Hennessy. And on track, she's eased out a bit, Victory Vane. She's still the favourite. The best backed in the race has been Pillaging, number 1. And a little shorter than the Tab Limited quote of 4:30 indicates. Gee, some good horses have won this race over the years. Sky High, Time and Tide, Bogan Road, Farnworth, Storm Queen, Eyeliner, Vane, Baguette. Oh gosh, Vivace, Alaskan Star, Rose of Kingston, Red Anchor, Bounding Away, Sky Chase, Triscay, Terse, Burst, Intergaze, Encounter. Last year Viscount, and in the year before Assertive Lad. So there's a couple to move up here, and the previous of the day was won by Miss Zoe. Very comprehensive win. Karen McAvoy replaced Jay Sheehan, who was too heavy. Beat 13 Sybil, 11 Call Me Lily. Victory Vane and Dan Beasley have parted company, and ditto for Redwood Falls and Glen Boss. Very good crowd here today. I'd imagine it'd be around the 18,000, could be higher. There's Redwood Falls, who was a late scratching prior to the Sires Produce Stakes out here recently. But Redwood Falls is in now, and Glen Boss about to remount, and here's Victory Vane. What a wonderful autumn she's had. Only a small filly, Victory Vane. She walks in, and Danny Beasley is about to reassociate with Victory Vane. And the field of 6 is ready for action. The Mountain Chandon Champagne, 1600. Racing, Half Hennessy from the inside, bounced out in front. Salome up looking for the lead, and will get there now. Pillaging is running third, followed by Redwood Falls, Schwazier and Victory Vane wide, and last not far off Salome. And as they travel 300 metres, Salome in front, 3/4 of a length on Pillaging. He's moving forward on Victory Vane. She's still trapped out very, very wide from Half Hennessy on the inside of Schwazier, and 2.5 lengths to Redwood Falls. Racing onto the first corner, and Danny Beasley goes to the front now on Victory Vane. Vane. He was posted wide on the filly, and he had no other alternative than to do what is done, and Victory Vane steadied in the lead. A length clear on Pillaging, with Salome back to third and Choisir one out, one back fourth. Half Hennessy next to last, and 2 lengths to Redwood Falls. As they work to the side at the halfway at the 800, and Victory Vane. Dan Beasley slows the speed noticeably, and Victory Vane 3/4 to a length on Pillaging. 1.5 to Salome, and 3/4 on her outside is Choisir. Little more than a length to Half Hennessy, and 3/4 Redwood Falls. They're in pairs almost coming to the turn in the Champagne, and Victory Vane shows out 3/4 of a length clear on Pillaging. A length away third is Salome, followed by Choisir, who made the turn just a little awkwardly. He's putting in his claim now, as is Redwood Falls, and Half Hennessy's last in the stretch, and they're attacking Victory Vane. Choisir goes to Victory Vane from Pillaging and Redwood Falls. Victory Vane's not done with yet. Victory Vane on the inside, fighting back. She again takes a lead of a neck or so. Coming late is Half Hennessy. Victory Vane in front. She's going to do it again. She has. Victory Vane concludes her autumn campaign with a magnificent win in the Champagne. Victory Vane from Half Hennessy, Choisir, Pillaging, Redwood Falls and Salome. Oh, isn't she an absolute doll? Number 6, Victory Vane, ridden by Danny Beasley, has won the Champagne Stakes. On top of the sires, a close second in the Slipper, a win in the Magic Night, a win in the Sweet Embrace, a win in the Silver Slipper. Can she do any more? Gee, Half Hennessy came out late on the outside, but she has just held on to win it. Victory Vane, ridden by Dan Beasley for Bede Murray and a host of owners, and has paid $250 and $150. There's the winning number, number 6, Victory Vane.
First 4, number 5 in 4th position, $180.40. What a year for Bede Murray. Recruiting won the Melbourne Premier. Victory Vane has won so much. He's won a Sires, placed in a Slipper, has now won a Champagne. Half Hennessy has won the Illawarra and a runner-up, so Bede Murray prepares the Quinella in this afternoon's Mowat and Shandon Champagne Stakes. Mr Henry Sears its sire, based down the south coast, Mr Prospector horse, and scenes of great happiness in the mounting yard after Victory Vane defied its stablemate in a slowly run race early, and they went along easy and sprinted up, so it's done an enormous job. Joe McKinnon.
Bede Murray, congratulations. The Quinella in this afternoon's Group 1 Champagne Stakes.
Thank you, Joe. That's just, I'm so pleased to get that result, you know.
The filly, she's tough. She had to do it tough in the early stages of the race too.
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't really expect her to lead, but it was in Danny's hands, and now he's pulled the right rein, and oh, gee, you know, it's just great.
Has this been possibly the biggest thrill now all carnival, Quinella in this race?
Yes, it's great to Quinella rate a race like this.
Terrific performance from Half Hennessy too. He was pinching ground off her in the finishing stages.
Yeah, he was. I had to always sort of stick with her in front of him, and anyway, that's how it was.
Class prevailed. Congratulations, Bede.
Thanks, Joe.
Bede Murray absolutely ecstatic training the Quinella in this afternoon's Group 1 Mowat and Shandon Champagne Stakes. She's a wonder filly, Victory Vane, and on that performance, Brendan, you'd have to say she'll be 2-year-old of the year.
Oh, I think without a doubt the odds have firmed right up, Joe, after that scintillating performance to win. And what a year as we watch this return to scale and the great celebrations from this walk back up this famous Randwick Raceway. The owners a moment they will savour for many a year. Leading back, a Group 1 winner. They've done it twice this preparation. A filly who's won the Magic Night, the Sweet Embrace, the Silver Slipper, edged out by Callaway Gal in a Golden Slipper. For the trainer, Bede Murray, it's been a very special year. Bede prepared the runner-up, who also won the Illawarra Mercury Classic. Bede's also put the polish on Recruiting, who won the Rich Race in Melbourne, the English Premier. So he has won every feature 2-year-old race, bar the Blue Diamond and the Golden Slipper this year, and he was bloused in the Golden Slipper. Dan Beasley salutes. I remember he kicked off his Group 1 career, I think, with Miss Penny Money in the Newmarket, and he's gone back-to-back aboard Victory Vane, and will endeavour to catch up with Dan as he dismounts. A special moment, and he'll be absolutely delighted with that performance to win. He's pretty happy. Will he do the star jump? He's done it before. He's eyeing it off. Yay, a half a star jump for the Randwick crowd. Have a look at the smile. A young jockey with a very bright future cements his place in the record books after winning the Champagne Stakes. Joe McKinnon.
Danny, what a tough performance today from this Wonder filly.
Oh, she's just something special. Haven't seen like a 2-year-old like her for so long, you know. Like she's the best 2-year-old filly we've probably seen for 10 years. She's just done everything bar win the slipper, and we only missed that by a head. So like, credit to B, credit to Paul. She's just super, just something special. Happy to be associated with her.
And full of adrenaline, you mastered the star jump today.
Yeah, no, a bit better effort than last week.
Good on you, Danny.
Thank you very much.
Danny Beasley, and he's absolutely pumped about the performance from Victory Vane this afternoon. It's a big call. He rates her as the best filly in 10 years.
Sure is, Joe. As we look at the replay of the concluding stages, its stablemate with the white cap and white sleeves is back in the ruck. He's done an enormous job to get as close as he has, considering the early pace in the race. Half Hennessy takes off a stack of ground, but take nothing away from this star filly, a Stella-like filly, who's collected yet another major prize. And this afternoon's first prize in the Champagne Stakes, just a neat $325,000, and add that to her stakes record thus far, and she soars towards the $1.5 million mark. 1:37.96, so indicative of not the quickest mile you will have seen run at Randwick, but with the small field, usually you'll quite often see that they do get along a little slow early. 1:37.96. And Caulfield, as they start to move into line, correct weight at Cheltenham on 13, 3, 5 and 14. First four, $11,259 in New South Wales. A part jackpot is involved. Named after a very good racehorse is this sixth race at Caulfield.
Primacy, yes, trained by David Hayes. He won a Newmarket handicap, a Nissan Stakes, a CF4 and a Futurity at the highest level. Favourite here, Centre Fire. Was easy through the early stages of betting, but has trimmed right up in the last moment or two and is the #1 pick. Crixie is second elect. We'll just see how she begins, because she didn't jump as well as she ought at Moonee Valley last time out. Nearly ready. Noble Sun has gone up into the gates. Suit over on the outside, and now Mastic comes up to complete the line, so they're set to run. All in and racing. And Crixia did jump well today. Kashkai a touch slow, settling at the back, and Centre Fire out reasonably. As they settle down, Crixia drives through to a comfortable lead early, out by 2 lengths now to Will He Be in the centre. Over on the outside, Suit. A length Blue Danzig back on the inside in 4th placing. 2 lengths further back in the field, Chief in Charge, with Centre Fire getting through along the inside. A length to Mastic, Noble Sun, Della Vista and Kashkai last at the 5.50. And Crixia's doing it well, a little over a length to Will He Be, a length to Suit. Centre Fire running on to 4th. Blue Danzig losing ground rapidly back through the field, followed by Mastic, Kashkai, Della Vista, Noble Sun, Chief in Charge. Around the turn now, Crixia out for the better going, led by 2 lengths, Will He Be, Suit, and then Centre Fire near the inside, and making ground, Kashkai along the inside. But Crixia in front at the 200. Will He Be having a dip at her, and down the outside is Suit, Centre Fire, Kashkai, Della Vista with a run. They're across the track with Suit hitting the lead on the outside, drawing away, and Suit goes on to win it by over a length on the line. Photo for the minors between Centre Fire, Will He Be in the middle, and Della Vista the outside. 3-way go, clear of Kashkai, Mastic. A break then to Noble Sun. Crixia really knocking up in the last little bit of the race, followed by Blue Danzig towards the tail, beaten a long way from home, and Chief in Charge was last in.
Doubles to John Hawkes and also to Brendan Fennick. And that winner's paid $12.33.70, one of the equal second raters. And John Hawkes to the fore again with his young apprentice in Melbourne, absolutely flying at the moment. Minor issues between the 4, the 5 and also the 11. But Suit proving too good, giving Brendan Fennick a winning double on the card there today. At Eagle Farm, Casimir's $5.70. Now, Randwick on the Sydney Cup. Any market moves as the wind pool swells? Looks this way. Soldier Blue, $7.30. 9.10 Dress Circle, $9.20 I should say. A check over the page to the remaining runners. Big field going around. Henderson Bay's the total elect. And over the page again, to the other runners, and they include $10 for Pentastic, Cavallo, Bruno at $15. The head-on from Caulfield as we await the minor end of the issues to come through. Crixia compounded the Cerise Swooped, and that was Suit out of the mare called Fashions, and it collects the cash. Runner-up is the 4, $1.70, 11, $2.50, and that means it should be the way of the 5 for 4th. We'll get that confirmed. New South Wales, the trifecta's through, $517.30. We're awaiting Super Tab and Unitab, Quinella and Trifecta details, and first 4 in New South Wales. Now the sniper camera is focused hard on that outside part of the ruck, and at this stage, Crixia's right up there. Just comes out a little, but have a look at Suit. Just swallow them up. Race is clear. Last start winner of the Bobby Hoisted goes back-to-back today, and has also won at Caulfield back in December, so it makes it career win number 14, and prize earnings above $400,000. First 4 has paid $5,200 and $5,424.50. Number 5 in 4th. Well, Larry, they tell me out of Brisbane, the hotline has been working overtime. This young Casimir is a promising. The saddle is Corey Brown.
In the Sydney Cup, Mr. Prudent, last year's winner, lines up again. He's probably not been as... I'll start that again.
Okay, little audio problem there. Little take 2 from the track. We can take you back there very, very soon. Okay. Hopefully, if you like the chances in that race of Mr. Prudent, you won't need a take 2. Jersey M into $5.50 now at Eagle Farm. Now, the runners are parading for the Sydney Cup. Let's take a look at them as they parade. The Schweppes Sydney Cup, $822,000 race. There's the 5 on screen, and that is Mr. Prudent. George Hanlon trained slowly away in the Easter Cup, its most recent start. We'll take a look through the runners as they parade. In the meantime, Gay Waterhouse about her chances of Group 1 glory.
2 runners in the Sydney Cup this afternoon, but Dress Circle, the one that will be the harder to beat?
Well, you'd think so. Mr. Nelson, the other runner, of course, has proven over 3,200 many a time. But Dress Circle did win the Metropolitan in the spring. I've set him for this race. I thought his lead-up races have been most creditable. His 3rd last week over 1,600 was excellent. His run in the Ranvet, running Tie the Knot and the other horses to literally a neck and a head. He's a really seasoned horse. He'll be hard to beat, but it's a very, very hard race.
Okay, and there is the 1, Dress Circle. Metropolitan winner, has risen in weight since that performance, has been racing in great form, a 3rd behind Sunline in the All-Aged, placed in the Ranvet behind Universal Prince, and is the top weight for this year's Cup. It's number 1, goes around in the Peter Horwitz colours. Richard Pegham among the part owners. Zabeel, 5-year-old, out of Flight Queen. There is number 2, Hale. Jim Cassidy for Bruce Marsh. There's Bruce Marsh right of screen. A St Ledger winner in New Zealand 2 runs back. A former Derby winner, and he's by Stark South. Number 3, which we'll see in just a moment, and that is Spirit of Westbury. This one prepared by Cliff Brown, the Sir Tristram 6-year-old. Number 4 is Karazi. Stephen Arnold has the sit. David Hall is the trainer. And disappointed this preparation. It's been making up a lot of ground late in its races. It's being set for this 2 miles. 5 is last year's winner, Mr. Prudent, we've seen. There's the 6, Ebony Honour, in the Sunline colours. And Trevor McKee is the trainer. It's amazing this would not happen in Victorian racing where the runners parade out of order for a Group 1. I know the jockeys have been legged on board. There's the 5, the 6, and there was, I think, number 12 behind the 6. Have a look at that. Would not happen in Southern States racing, I can assure you. Ebony Honour, Trevor McKee, 4th in the Group 2 Chairman's Handicap, its most recent start. There is the 6-7 is Soldier Blue. This is the horse which ran 2nd in the Duke of Norfolk, 3rd in the Trentham Stakes, and 6th in the Wellington Cup. There's the 7. And the 8 is Asia. This is the Danehill mare, half-sister to Dr. Grace, 3rd in the Chairman's. Before that, 9th in the Manion Cup behind Manor Hill. Goes around in the Jim Fleming white with the lilac sash and lilac cap. Let's hear what Darren Beedman says about its chances.
Asia looks well tuned for the Sydney Cup.
She does, yeah. I rode her first up and she ran a real lovely race, you know, just like you'd wanted to run first up, 1400. Then she jumped the 1900 and she sort of raced a bit flat her last couple of runs, but her last start she really got home nice in the Chairman's and ran a nice 3rd. And today, the 2 mile Sydney Cup, she's drawn a little bit wide, but she gets back and, you know, hopefully there's a bit of speed on.
Okay, moving in well, Eagle Farm back with more from Randwick very soon. In the meantime, as they move forward, Eagle Farm, this is race 6 on the card.
So as Brendan Parnell just joins me just before they jump in this race, just repeating, Wishart may have some...
Form leading up to this has been sensational, but the 3-year-olds don't have such a good record in the race.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many 3-year-olds actually run in the race every year, Joe, but you know, they can do it. So you know, it's a year it's probably not a strong cup. I don't think the Sydney Cup's ever the best horses around, and he's certainly been running against the best 3-year-olds. So you know, his grand final was certainly the Derby, but you know, I think we're of the opinion he's a horse that will run the trip, and you know, we thought we'd have a go.
How is he condition-wise for today?
Yeah, look, I've been pretty happy with him. Obviously, with the campaign that he's had, he hasn't been trying to get fit on the track. He's just been maintaining his fitness, and he's been you know, doing everything asked of him. So you know, you won't really know until we get out there and see what happens. But you know, his 7th run for the campaign, and a 3-year-old that first time at 2 miles. It can be a tough ask, but he's a tough little horse, and we expect him to come through.
Karazi, the older stablemate, he's run 4th in a Melbourne Cup. What do you think his chances are today in the Sydney Cup?
Yeah, look, he's had a bit of an interrupted preparation as far as he's had a little bit of trouble with his feet, so his form doesn't read all that well. But his 2-mile record is without winning is extra, you know, is terrific as far as he's run 2nd in the Adelaide, 3rd in the Brisbane twice, and 4th in the Melbourne Cup. So he is a 2-miler, and we think he's a lot more comfortable than what he was the other day. So we're hoping for an improvement.
Fantastic's rated the better chance on the tote. Is that the way you see it?
Oh, I think that'd have to be the case. I mean, he looks to be the more quality horse. The other horse is a bit of a grinder. So, you know, if Fantastic's not up to it, then Karazi will still be there.
Good luck in your quest to win your first Sydney Cup, David.
Thanks very much.
David Hall there, and the race is due to get underway in 4 minutes, Wayne.
Yes, Joe, well, I'll give you the numbers 20, 7, 1 and 9. I've really mixed them up here. I think Fantastic. 3-year-olds have got a pretty good record in the race when they're going quite well. This horse has been placed his 3 Sydney runs in the Canterbury Guineas, Roseville Guineas, AJC Derby. I just think down in the weights, Brett Perrill doesn't ride this light that often either. Horse looked okay. And he's got, since the blinkers have gone on, he's got a different attitude, I think, too. So I think he's going to be very hard to beat here. But David did say, probably coming to the end of his preparation, but he looked okay. I thought the other chance in the race, number 7, Soldier Blue, he's racing very well at the moment. Very good second last start in the Duke of Norfolk, carrying a very big weight down there in Melbourne. The horse of beating Cavallo Bruno's in the race as well, but he's got a big turnaround in the weights here. Glenn Boss to ride. He has won over 3,200 metres as well. So that's a big plus, because a few of these horses are just a little bit of a risk at the distance. Number 1, Dress Circle. He's been placed 2 of his past 3 starts. He's put in an ordinary run 2 starts ago in the BMW, but last start brought back to the 1600. He took a lot of ground off Sunline the last little bit of the All-Age Stakes. He's expected to run quite well here today. And number 9, Henderson Bay, last start winner from the Neville McBurney stable, won the Chairman's Handicap here a week or so ago, and he certainly paraded okay and looked very, very fit. You could make cases for a lot of horses here. Hale had no luck here the other day in the Chairman's Handicap, and he's a nice horse. But I'll go 20 on top, Fantastic, 7 Soldier Blue, 1 Dress Circle, and throw in 9 Henderson Bay.
Okay, Wayne, we're not too far away from this year's Sydney Cup. A short break, back with the action in the Group 1 2-miler. Come race. Hegham, well known in Sydney circles. He was a part owner of Brew, who won a Melbourne Cup, and he's a part owner of Dress Circle. So he's hoping to win 2 of our biggest Cup races. And at Randwick, they start to move forward. A quick check of the ratings. If you're betting ahead at Cheltenham, Harsh praised the 4 ahead of 3 Boys Talk, 6 around the block, 1 Seek the Silk, 4, 3, 6 and 1. Key ones on page 1 include Boys Talk and Around the Block. Of those on page 2,